I am going to show you how to set up your WordPress website. So the first thing you want to do is pull up your browser and you will go to wordpress.com. And when you're there, you'll have to log in or you'll have to create a login. You will need to have, it's easiest if you have a Gmail account, which you'll need to have for this course anyway. So if you'll go ahead and set up your Gmail and get logged in to WordPress, you can get started on building your web page. So once you are in WordPress, you can go to My Sites. Now I have several websites already, so it'll come up and show you, this is one of my, from my old college where I taught, it's one of my old courses. But if you go on here, you'll find over here all of the different websites that you're going to have on your, if you build more than one. So you would just make sure that you add a new WordPress, and I think since this will be your first site, it'll just be here on this main page. But if you already do have a site and you'd like to add another site, go to Add New WordPress, and it'll come up and it'll have you get started picking a theme, and so just follow all of the prompts for that. So it's also going to ask you to name your site. So I would choose something that has your name in it because eventually I think this would be a good thing for you to use as you go out looking for a job. You can use this, you can add your resume here, your teaching philosophy will be on here. Later on when you take other education courses, your management philosophy will be on there. Lots of different things will be on here that'll be valuable, lesson plans and unit plans and things that'll make it valuable for employers when they're looking to hire you. So I named my original site just drrogelski.wordpress.com, and so that's what I would suggest with you. I would probably call it Mr. or Mrs. or Miss, whatever your last name is, so that you can actually even use this with your students in the future. So keep it very professional. It's up to you. I think you can even go in later and change the name of your course or the name of your website. I believe I've done that with something, one of my websites in the past. So that could be an option in the future, but I would try to make it very professional so that in the future, long term, you'll still be able to maintain this site and use it with your students. So that's one option. Or you can just use your first and last name. Well, you know, whatever you would like to do, you could do. So I'm going to show you how to set up, once you pick your theme, you will be able to set up different tabs within your website so that I can easily access all of your different items that you're going to be putting on here. So let's go ahead and look at what I would like to see your website look like. Now this is the theme I chose. Again, you can choose any theme. You can change the background picture. This is an area where you'll be able to write blog posts if you want to, or you can have a separate section that's called your blog. I would like to see your homepage. So you'll have a tab for that. That's just a standard thing that is on all websites. So there'll always be a home tab. Then I would like to see your blog. Your philosophy of teaching would be here as well. And then any assignments that you're going to have for this class. So what I really wanted to do was show you how to add these pages. When you choose your theme, make sure that you find a theme that has tabs up here just like this. And you'll see that as you're choosing themes. If you need help with this, make sure you talk to me in class or come to office hours. But I would like to see you have a website with these different tabs. That's the requirement for this course. So let me show you how to add a parent tab and then have tabs underneath. This looks very professional, very nice. Looks like you really know what you're doing when it comes to building websites, which is always good to know how to use technology. But it just looks nice having this pop-up bar here where you can click on different pages. So essentially this is your main website, and then each of these tabs are considered different pages within WordPress. So if you go to you always go up here to My Sites, and you can from here then there'll be a menu that offers you all of these different options. So you'll want to click on Pages, and you will just start adding new pages. So let me show you what happens when you do add a new page, because when you first get your site, the only tab that is going to be on there is About. And I think About is a really nice section. I think this one was called About. Let me just change the name really quick. I think the About tab is just a really nice tab to have, especially if you're going to be using this in the future. But you can just give a little, brief description of who you are, what you like to do. I know when I had a web page with my classes in K to 12 at the high school level, I always told just a little bit about myself. And you can, or you don't have to have this, but I think it's nice, and I think it kind of, especially when you're going out looking for a job, I think it kind of lets the interviewer, the principal or HR representative or superintendent, whoever it is that you might be meeting with, I think it just tells them a little bit about you. So anyway, so that's just one thing you could do there. So every time you get done changing a page, you want to make sure you click on Update. Takes a second, and then it's got your page ready to go. So if you'd like to see what your page looks like, you can click on it, and then here's my About page. Same thing, philosophy of teaching page, all the different assignments, etc. Again, to get back to your pages, you click up here on My Sites and go to Pages. Okay, so let me show you how to, first of all, add a page. And so I'll just call this blog. Okay, so you can do that. And I just want this page to be one of the main tabs on my home page. So if that's the case, you're going to mark it under Parent right here. You're going to mark it No Parent. So essentially what that does is it makes it the parent page. Now the other thing that you'll want to pay attention to is the order. And so I want this to be the 4th tab on my page because I already have 3 other tabs. So I'll just name this number 4. And then if you'd like to preview it, you can, but I'm just going to publish and see what I get here. And I want to go check out my home page. So I will click on that. And now you can see I've added a tab right here called Blog. Okay, so let me show you now how to add. I'm going to take this and actually put it underneath the Assignments tab now. So I'll show you how to do that. You'll want to go back into this page. So I would go back to Pages. You want to go on your blog page and you want to edit it. And now I am going to put it underneath the parent page, Assignments. And I already had 3 pages in there, so I can decide what order I want it to be. I'm going to leave it at order number 4, but I could change it to order number 1 or 2 or 3, and then change all of the others that are on there as well. But this is what that'll look like. And then if I go back to my site and I want to view the site, it'll show me now that that blog posting is under the 4th position, the 4th order here, under the assignment parent, the parent page assignments. Okay, so this is how I want you to set up your website. I would like to see the blog actually be one of the main tabs, and then because we're thinking of this as being a tool that you can use when you're job hunting, I would want to keep your philosophy of teaching on the main page, and then again you'll be adding things like lesson plans and unit plans, and your management philosophy will be on here later on as well, so and still more assignments. So we'll just keep adding to this website as you move through the secondary education program. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, again, ask me in class or come to my office hours to help you get this set up. You will need to have this framework set up by the end of the 2nd week of class. Thank you, and I hope this helps.